Hey everybody, it's Josh. Today we're going to take a look at the 4 movements that we did in our last video, exercises to increase strength, and we're going to progress upon them. So for the last couple of weeks, you've been working on your form, working on perfecting the movement. We're going to turn those exercises from bodyweight exercises to weight-bearing exercises. We have to push our limits in order to get stronger, so let's go. The first exercise we're going to look at is the squat. Last time we worked on the actual form of the squat itself, but today we're going to look at how to properly hold a kettlebell and a dumbbell so that we can add resistance to our squat. The first tool that we're going to look at is the kettlebell. When properly holding a kettlebell, you want to ensure that you have proper grip to both sides of the handle. Make sure all of your fingers are wrapped around the handle. Ensure that your elbows are pointed downward, your lats are activated, and the kettlebell is close to your body. You want to make sure that the kettlebell is as close to your center of gravity as possible. Now we're going to move on to holding the dumbbell. Now, this is also known as a goblet squat. What you're going to do is you're going to hold one dumbbell with the palms of your hands. The palms of your hands are going to be touching one side of the kettlebell, while the other side of the kettlebell is going to be hanging freely. Just like with the kettlebell, ensure that the dumbbell is as close to your center of gravity as possible. When the tool that you're using is as close to your center of gravity as possible, it ensures that all of your muscles are working to move the load. The second exercise is the plank. We are going to look at 2 different variations of the plank. The first one is going to be a plank with leg lifts. Just like it sounds, we're going to perform a plank and we're going to lift one leg at a time. Now, when we lift one leg at a time, that one leg that you lift, your knee must be extended, your leg is straight, and you're using your glute or your butt to lift your foot off the ground. As you're doing this, keep your center of gravity about you. Ensure that your shoulders are square to the ground and your hips are square to the ground as well. Picture this. Imagine you're doing a plank with both feet on the ground. If you were to lift one foot off the ground, is your body in the exact same position? Does it really matter that you're lifting one leg off the ground? The next variation of the plank is going to be plank abductions. Now, just like the word abduction, abduction means to take away. So you're going to move one leg away from the body laterally. So set up in a plank. Hands are going to be directly beneath the shoulders, butt, back, and head all in alignment, lumbopelvic hip complex nice and secure, and you're going to bring one foot out away from the body. Once you've done that, bring it back in, and you're laterally going to move the other foot away from the body. The next exercise we're going to do is the push-up. There are 2 variations to the push-up that we're going to do today. The one-legged push-up and the Spiderman push-up. Let's start with the one-legged push-up. Set yourself up in push-up position, of course, which is similar to the plank position. However, your hands are going to be a little outside your shoulders as compared to beneath your shoulders when we do the plank. Now let's remember back to when we did the leg lifts with the plank. You're going to lift one leg off the ground and you're going to keep it there. Once you've done that, you're going to do a push-up. Now we can do a few straight push-ups, or we can alternate legs every push-up, or you can do whatever pattern suits you. Let's take a look at the Spiderman push-up. This is a much more advanced push-up, but I thought I would throw it in. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to get into the push-up position. Once you've done that, bring yourself down to the ground. As you bring yourself down to the ground, you're going to raise one knee towards your elbow. As you start to come back up to push-up position, return that knee back to your regular push-up position. Next, you're going to switch off to the other leg. Exercise number 4 is going to be the bridge. So we're going to line up in the bridge position just like we did in episode 7. We're going to lie down on the ground. Feet are going to be as close to the butt as possible with knees bent. Feet about hip width distance apart. And we're going to take a tool of some kind, whether it be a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Today we're going to use a dumbbell for this example. You're going to take the dumbbell and you're going to place it on top of your hips. Now, instead of placing your hands on the ground like we did last time, you're going to make sure that your hands are on the dumbbell and holding the dumbbell the entire time. You're not holding it off of your hips. You're just ensuring that the dumbbell does not roll back and smack you in the face. That would suck. We're going to raise up. And we're going to bring ourselves down to the ground nice and slow, ensuring that the knees are still pinned outward and that the integrity of the form is intact. Okay, I just want to add one note before we end here. If you're not ready to add weight, if you've just started working on your form and maybe your knees need to be pinned out a little bit more, maybe your feet collapse when you do a squat, maybe your shoulders are in the wrong position, whatever it is for any of these movements, ensure that your form is correct before you start to add weight. It's very important to make sure that the integrity of your form is correct before you go ahead and slug on like 40,000 pounds. We don't want to do that. We want to take it nice and slow. It's okay. Don't take this as a failure or anything like that. This is just a precaution so that way you can move forward without a hitch, so that you don't get hurt and you can stay in the game longer. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Hope you guys learned a lot. Please like, subscribe, or share. We're going to keep continuing to pump out these videos. We're going to make them linear so that way you can progress upon your goals. Can't wait to see you guys next time. And stay cool. Nah, that's stupid. Right? The exercises were basically weight. Now is the time to take it up a notch. That was good, except for that last take it up a notch. Take it up a notch. The 4 movements: strength, strength, strength. Exercises strength. Exercises strength. We're going to show you a couple of ways right now in this video, so stay tuned. Let's go. Well, stay tuned and let's go. Stay tuned and let's go. Stay tuned and let's go. All right, that's it. Let's go. Let's get to work. Let's bring on the pain, bitch. Let's fucking bring on the pain.
Achieve health.